I'm trying to figure out if I look better with or without my glasses. Let's just, for the moment, say I look better with them so I can actually fucking see. Alright, everyone. So, gonna apologize right now for not looking as good as I could. I'm sure to all of you, I look like an angel, but to me, I could be much better. So, bear with me. I had a very bad day today. Fucking shit happened at work, and then, you know, it's one of those things where you have one bad thing happens, and just everything that follows that bad thing continues to be bad. So you're just not winning. So I really wanted to make my Laika video, so I'm doing that right now because, yeah, I really needed to pick me up. So I put on my new dress, and here we fucking go. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you all my merchandise first, and then I'm gonna talk about the experience, how it was. I'm very excited to share it because it was really wonderful, and I wish all of you could go. I really would love to meet you all for one, but I mean, just even if you guys could just go, like, I'm sure they'll have something like this again in like the 20th anniversary maybe, when I've actually made a movie and my puppets are in there and our puppets are in there, because I know some of y'all are gonna work there with me. Anyway, let's just do this because yeah, I'm excited and I want to show you all. So I have the camera on me right now, so I'm gonna have to do this from selfie mode. Okay, so here on my bed is, besides my laptop, is all the merchandise I bought. You can't see everything. I'm gonna go through everything individually so I can show you all. But you can just kind of get a look at what I have here. So I'm gonna start here. I got the Coraline DVD and Blu-ray because as you can see over here, I have the movies on my shelf. I don't know if you can see. Where's my finger? Paranorman and Box Trolls. And I don't have Coraline, so I'm like, well, I need it for the shelf. I just had it on DVD, and the other copy actually belongs to my brother, so I'm like, oh, well, now I have one. And it was actually really cheap for a Blu-ray, so, for once, good for me. Then I have this, Laika sticker. It's the logo. It's probably backwards in the camera, but it's the Laika sticker. It's the logo. It's for my car. It's one of those big stickers. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be for the car, but I want everyone to fucking know I'm Laika trash, so I'm going to put it on my car so everyone fucking knows I'm Laika trash. Okay, so then we got these mugs. One is Paranorman and one is Box Trolls, and you can tell because of the fucking hairdos. One of the things they had, it was like the 10-year anniversary, obviously, of Laika, and their thing was like the hairdos of all the main characters. To which I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess. Like, all your main characters have like very distinct hairstyles, but also like, what the fuck, you couldn't think of anything else? I'm not gonna complain because these are actually really cute. So they had one for each movie, but I just went with my two favorites because I'm not as attached to Coraline, and I'm not as attached to Kubo yet. So I got Paranorman, and on the other side it's the logo, and inside it's green. Each one was a different color, and I'm sure you can guess Coraline was blue, Kubo was red, and Box Trolls, eggs, fucking wreck hair, and the logo, and then it's yellow, goldy on the inside. I really like them because I'm a mug hoarder, among a lot of other things, so I really like that. Then I have a fucking shit ton of pin and buttons. So these first three, these Kubo ones, fuck, I can't like aim with this fucking selfie fucking camera. Okay, but I need to see myself. So I have one Kubo. These ones were the cheap ones. It's just Kubo and then Beetle, and she's fucking turned around, Monkey. So these ones were like only $2 each, so like fucking yeah. And I was actually really upset because when we bought them, they accidentally gave me 2 Beetle, and I like walked all the way to the fucking parking lot, and I was like, no, I gotta go back. So I had to go back. That was fun. Then they had one for each movie that were not $2 pins. These were expensive ones. Fuck. Yeah, these are one for each movie. So the first one's just Coraline's face doing the DreamWorks face. And then we had Paranorman was actually like a 2-in-1 kind of pack. 'Cause it's the hat, the dog. I love that dog. He smells his own ass. And then we had the oil can, which I'm really happy it was oil can because that's so great, oil can. And then we have Kubo. It's little Hanzo. Little Hanzo, which I really like. Actually, he's adorable. Then there was a button pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 buttons because it's 2 per movie. And these are really cool. So the Coraline ones are Coraline and a button. I think these ones are cute. The Paranorman ones, one of them's really cool, one of them's kind of lame. The first one that's cool is like the Paranorman, like that's from like the poster. The second one is like this skeleton shit, like, okay, it's cool though, like it's cool. I like skeletons. And then the box troll ones, which I'm so fucking happy about. One of them's just fish, right? I'll show you individually because these are a big deal. One of them's just fish, and that's cool. But guess what? Of all the things, guess what the second one was? Box troll exterminators. That made me so happy when I just bought the pack, and then I opened it and found this, and I was like screaming because I basically got this with a little edit tattooed on me. Like, fucking thank God I have a button of it now. So if you don't fucking see it on my leg, I'll slam this in your face. Okay. And then for Kubo, it's Kubo's face. And the symbol, everyone's gonna hate me. I don't know. I mean, I know it's like a beetle probably, right? I don't know. I don't know enough yet. Don't fucking hurt me. Okay. Then I'm gonna move on to books because I got some books. So I got the Art of Paranorman book. They had all the other ones besides Coraline, because apparently there isn't a Coraline one, or at least they weren't selling one. So I got the Paranorman one, and I have yet to look inside of it, which I'm probably going to look inside it tonight because I'm so excited. And then we have the Box Trolls and the Paranorman Junior novels, which I show you these all 3 kind of at the same time because I was going to buy all 3 of those on Amazon, like, together just, like, days ago. And, like, I was like, oh, I'll wait a little longer. I need to save my money for this Laika thing, which I don't even know they're going to have merchandise at. I had no fucking clue. So then they had them all there, and I'm like, oh, sweet. I could just get them here live and not have to fucking wait in anxiety-filled mailing madness. Okay, then they had this cool, it's like a Kubo book, and we got it for free when you signed, like, this little guest book, basically, and gave your email and shit, you know, so they could spam you. So yeah, so it's like, it's kind of like this, it's kind of like just like a magazine. It's got stuff about like, oh, see, Box Trolls, Paranorman, Coraline. It's got stuff about like Laika and some cool art. I like this stuff, the cool art they include in here specifically. That's really cool. So it's really neato. Maybe I'll snag another one if I go again, which I will. I'm going again, by the way, because it was only supposed to be till the 14th. But it got extended to the 28th, and my Universal ticket, the blockout dates end on the 22nd, so I will be going again next week. Yes. Anyway, and then I have this little cardboard thing. My fucking hat. You like my hat? It's Beetle. So they had one for Monkey, Beetle, and Kubo, and I would have gotten all of them, but I couldn't, for the life of me, find where they were handing them out. And I literally just found this sitting on a table and went, mine! And I put it on. You can see it in some of my Instagram photos. I'm wearing it, and it's like, what the fuck is on her head? It's swag. Anyway. And then my mom and I got very excited. So the first purchase we made, we had 2 of these giant Laika bags, and I was very excited that they had Laika on them. And then we saw someone with a little bag, and we were like, we gotta get a little bag, just because me and my mom were fucking weird like that, and I ended up buying something else, so I got a little bag. And then the grand finale of the merchandise haul is this beautiful poster. Fuck, there's hair on it. Fuck. Okay, so it's a poster of the 10 years. It's that logo with all the puppets, which this is honestly one of my favorite group shots of Laika characters. Even if it doesn't have Mr. Pickles, it's beautiful. My favorite is probably Norman and Shu. I think they're adorable. And then Coraline and Eggs, and Winnie's like, oh hell no, get the fuck out of here. I think it's really funny, and I just love the whole thing. It's really cute and clever. And I'm gonna frame it and probably find somewhere to hang it eventually. Maybe not in this house. In the future houses I will have. I like how I made it plural. I'm gonna live in multiple houses. Anyway, so that's the merchandise haul. And it's super swaggy. Yeah. I had a really good time. As far as the actual like event went, I will share now that experience. Got there, and I knew exactly where it was because I know Universal pretty well. I love it there actually a lot. And I knew pretty much basically it was going to be in the Globe Theater, which is right next to Minions. For all you Minion lovers out there, it's just me. Okay, so yeah, so it was right next to the Minions, basically, and I didn't know how it was going to go. I don't know if it was like a museum you just walk in or what, because before they had Laika puppets on exhibit, and they were downstairs. There's like 2 levels to Universal Studios. You take escalators to get to the bottom. So the Laika puppets before were downstairs in this little movie museum they had for a while. And they had like a small section where they had all those box troll ones, which I posted about a long time ago, and I'm sure you guys remember. That's where I took all my Mr. Pickles pictures. I met the Bay before, so it's okay. I didn't meet him now. So so they had it down there, but a few months ago, basically, they took that away. They like destroyed that whole building, and they made it into a shitty ass sandwich place. And I was just like, okay, like, you can't bring them back. And thank God they brought him back for this event, because I need my need it every now and again. Okay, so yeah, so the event itself was upstairs this time, and what we had I've never been in this theater before. It was in a theater. I'd never been in there before, so I didn't really even have an idea of what it would look like. Well, we had to wait in this long line outside first, and we were like, why is it a line? And we realized they let you in groups, and it was a tour. So you got to tour. Once you were in, though, when you go through, you're not supposed to go back, but I totally went back like a bunch of times. They're not too strict about it, but you're basically supposed to go through each room in the groups, and then that's it, you're done. But the first room, like the lobby, before you go into the actual tour, the lobby itself was, they had, I wish I could have gotten a picture of this, because I was like flipping out. I thought it was so funny. They had every Laika Nike shoe on display, and I saw those, and I was like, there they are, the shoes that I will never own because they're like $1,000 fucking dollars. I thought it was so funny. I was literally laughing so hard. And I'd never seen the Coraline ones before, actually, so I thought it was interesting. I was like looking at these shoes in person, and I'm like, what the hell? And I even was talking to my mom about it, and I was like, you know, the thing is, it's cool because they're Laika, but like, ignoring the fact that they're super expensive, I don't feel like I would ever buy and wear them, because you know, I'm sure you all already know I'm a very fashionable person, so those shoes just don't make the cut for me. But as far as the fact that they're Laika merch, that's all I need. But I'm probably never gonna have those. Nah, that's a big deal. Anyway, so then they had, right behind that, they had a big like wall display of the Laika merchandise, and it was a display of the merchandise, so you didn't like just go there, grab things, and then pay. You looked at the stuff, you went to the cashier and told them what you wanted, and they'd go to the back and get it, which I think was pretty cool. I thought that was a nice way to do it. I keep scratching my nose, sorry, I'm weird. Alright, anyway, so then in the lobby, you had all that, blah blah blah. Then you're waiting by this little door to go in, and you can see inside. It's basically like pitch black in there, and then they have lights in each room. But the first room, it's like all black, and then they got a TV, and they got like one of those like inspirational quotes, you know, about the company, whatever the hell. I already forgot what it was, but I did read it. They got a TV that's playing like the 10 years of Laika video, which I loved, because of course I love that video. Is awesome. The first room is Coraline, duh. And I want to post a picture, because my mom took some extra pictures. Shit, I need to post those. Not just post them, I need to see them. I haven't even looked at them yet. I took so many freaking photos. So the first room is Coraline, and they have it really cool. They have these big arches that go for about maybe like 10 feet. God, I'm bad at ranging distances. Let's just say 10 feet. And they're like blue and purple. They kind of change colors to look like the tunnel Coraline goes through to get into the other world. And I think that's really good as far as like symbolism and theming to the Laika experience, because it's kind of like you're going from the real world into Laika's world. I think that was very clever. Clever Laika. I got you. Anyway, and then between each arch, they had puppets on either side from Coraline. They don't have all of them, unfortunately. They had Coraline and the cat, her mom, and then her dad next to her mom. what I thought was funny, and I pointed out to my mom, I was like, they have the mom and the dad in the ending scene, like the gardening outfits, and I'm like, why? Like, I mean, I just gotta question everything, I guess, but like, I thought it was interesting. So then, on the other side of the father is the other father, and then it's the other mother, and then the beldam. Beldam is fucking crazy looking, damn. Then, at the very end of that little, like, walkway with those puppets on the side, they have the Pink Palace. And they specifically told us that that Pink Palace was the Otherworld Pink Palace. Because there was apartments A, B, and C. The A was, like, the real world, the other world, and then I believe the third one is the other world, like, after it's, like, kind of deteriorated more. I may be wrong, but that's what they were saying. So that was really cool. That house is fucking huge. And to be honest, the, in general, Laika houses and buildings are so aesthetically pleasing, but of all of them, I think I really do like the Pink Palace. Not just because I'm biasedly pink, but because it's really, like, my mom took a lot of close-up pictures of it. It is so, like, beautiful, like, all the details and everything. And especially, I'm sure the real world one is a little more dulled, but the other world one is just so pink. And, okay, y'all know I love pink. This is all biased, the fact that it's fucking pink, okay? Moving on. Moving on. Whew, I'm having a doozy just thinking about moving on, because next room was the Paranorman room, and it was so... I loved the Paranorman room. That was the best one. Just like Paranorman's the best Laika movie, even though I love Box Trolls, Paranorman's the best one. I'll fucking fight you. Anyway, so, you come in, and in front of you is the little scene. Well, it's not like a real scene, they made it up. It's a scene, like, at the school, with lockers, Alvin's picking on Norman, and Selma and Neil are there. And I'm so happy they had a Selma puppet, like, on display. I was just like, yay! Because, you know me, I got my Norman squad shit. So to see, like, basically over half the squad right there was a big deal for me. And then to the right of the entrance, they had the van scene where the Judge Hopkins is on the top. Courtney and Mitch, and Neil and Alvin and Norman. I hope you all saw my picture on Instagram. It's just because on the side of the car you could see Norman's face just like on the window, and I just posted "free him." It's fucking funny. Laugh at my jokes. Okay, so then right behind that they had a whole display, like a life-size display of Norman's fucking bedroom. And I was like, I died. I didn't expect that one bit, and I thought it was so awesome. I would have sat in it, and I would have laid there, and I would have died happy, but I couldn't. They were getting really like, hey, like, there's security guards everywhere, and they're all like, don't touch the shit, because none of it's behind glass. It's all just right there. So they're all like, don't touch shit, and don't sit on there. Don't get too close to that. And I'm like, you need to chill, because it's good you're there, because if you weren't, I would just be like, probably taking these, but like... I respect y'all, okay? I'm not gonna fucking touch anything, but oh god, that bedroom was awesome. It was amazing. I digress a little bit because it's not exactly, you know, it's never gonna be exact to the room because there aren't nearly as many posters on the wall. I'm sure you all saw the pictures, but it was still really cool. Mondo Zombie was there. That's all that matters, right? Mondo Zombies. Okay, and then to the left of that, we have there was just a shelf, like a bookshelf, a display of like a bunch of the puppets. It wasn't all of them, but it was a bunch of them. So we had like I think it was all the zombies were there. Norman, Courtney, Neil, Judge Alvin, which I thought was funny. Excuse me. Aggie, which everyone was like, there was someone who was like, I love Aggie. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. I'm just glad other people fucking know what these movies are. Oh, backtracking a bit, because this is just how I storytell. I have to backtrack when I remember things. At the very beginning, before they take you through the tour, the guy or girl, I went through it like 2 times, they will be like, okay, well, who's seen Coraline? Who's seen this movies? And so every time I was like, boom, 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 boom. But like for Box Trolls, I like double-fisted. I can't double-fist around, but I was like, ah! Because I was literally wearing nothing but Box Troll swag. And it was like, I felt so annoying in there, but I was just really excited. I didn't care at the same time, so it was all good. I keep hitting my leg, so sorry if that's like a noise you hear and you're like, what is that? It's just me. Okay, so then, The Paranorman. So then there's that shelf with the characters. Across from that is Norman's house. Woo! Norman's house is like, again, like the Pink Palace is my favorite, but Norman's house is really cute too. Like, you know, it's not meant to be some kind of fancy place, but it looks like a real suburban house. Like, it's so cool. Like, I like how, like, you can really tell none of the lines are straight. I feel like they said that in a behind the scenes thing. I might be stealing that, but none of the lines are straight. At least they don't look like they're supposed to be. I love it. It's just really cute, and seeing it in person, especially because I have a paranormal OC, it helps me develop things in my head. So I took a lot of pictures. My mom took a lot of pictures. The fucking car, there's like nothing inside of it, and I was like, this is weird. But you can see which room is Norman's. I already knew it was Norman's room, but then when I looked inside, I saw his wallpaper, and I was like, fuck! I was like, good. And then they have like all like the greenery and stuff, and they have all the details, and even in like the locker scene that they have papers everywhere and trash on there, like little mini trash, not like real people's trash. That'd be fucking rude as shit. But and I was like, this is so cool. And then every room they have like this is a fun Laika fact, and of course I already fucking knew them. But the Paranorman one, I mean, it's something I guess I knew, but I don't know if they talked about it in the behind the scenes. I haven't seen it in a while. So they were saying how, like, all the little, like, things, like the posters on the walls and everything, and that they're all, like, they all say something, and just because they're small and we can't read them doesn't mean, like, they're not, like, there. And I'm like, whatever, cool. Like, but then, like, I actually read them, and there was one that was, like, Victor for president, and someone crossed it out and went fucking, like, and they didn't say fucking, I said fucking. They said loser, and I'm like, this is actually kind of hilarious. Anyway, I'm gonna move on, because next is Box Trolls. And I'm sure we all know that's my least favorite Laika movie. I fucking hate it. Anyway, so of course Box Trolls is all decorated with boxes. Who knew? It's all boxes, and really, that one, I feel like there's nothing right away. The whole room is just like a giant box. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know, Box Trolls, what do you think we should do for the theming of this room? Maybe we should, like, do, like, something related to cheese, or, like, you know, the buildings, boxes! Do you want to be that obvious? Fucking boxes! Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna shut up about that. Okay, so, right, I guess at the entrance, there's the big mecha Thatcher robot, the Transformer, that he uses to fucking fuck shit up. Yeah, and he's on top of that. I thought what was interesting about the Box Troll room is that everyone only has one puppet in there, except for Snatcher. He had two, and I'm like, who's the main character? I didn't realize Snatcher was so, like, I mean, he's the villain, but I thought it was really funny. They had two Snatchers, only one eggs, and I'm like, someone who hadn't seen the Box Trolls, like, I don't know what they'd think. I just realized this is 23 minutes. I apologize, but this is very important. Anyway, so they had the Snatcher. I feel like the Box Trolls was the room that was the least fulfilling, especially considering I very love the Box Trolls. It felt so, like, small. Because then after that, they had a small, like, the staircase, the Portly Rind staircase with Portly Rind on it. And then they had on the other wall, they had, like, a little, like, a tall scene of the Box Troll lair, which I'm going to share a photo later and do another Box Troll rant, because there's something I found there that is, like, going to crack another Mr. Grossel level conspiracy. Hope you're all fucking ready. Okay, so anyway, there's that, and it's got, like, fish and shoe and a naked oil can. Oh my god, tag your NSFW. And then everything else is just like a little box section. I wish I could escape the word box, but I can't. A little box section of different characters. We had Gristle, Winnie, Lady Portly Rind, and Lady Portly Rind looked fucking pissed. And then we had Sparky, Fragile, and then Eggs was by the entrance, and then Snatcher. And that was it. And like I said, it felt so, like, small, especially compared to, like, you had the big archway with Coraline, the Paranorman's bedroom. What do we got for boxes? Fucking boxes! Like, okay, let's move on. Let's just keep going. Okay. And then, of course, Kubo. And because this whole thing basically is, like, you know, Kubo's a new movie, they want to promote it. That was the biggest, like, area. It wasn't even one room. It was multiple rooms and hallways. So the first thing you go into is a small hallway, and it's got this glass, long table with 3 rows. The top row is replacement faces, the bottom halves for Coraline. The second row is replacement faces for Kubo. And the third row is replacement faces for Monkey, which was cool. And they had like a little ramble on the wall about that shit. And, you know, I already know that shit. Then the next little area, it's, you know, the walls basically look like the different movie posters or the different rooms are supposed to be. So the first room was kind of like, don't spoil shit for me, but the first room, because I'm just going to talk and y'all are going to be like, Marissa, you don't know shit about Kubo. And I'm going to say, no, I don't. So the first thing, it's like the sand, the blue sand. And there's the Kubo puppets. There's Kubo, Monkey, Beetle, and little Hanzo. And little Hanzo is not that little. He's the same size as everyone else. There's obviously some work happening, like, you know, yeah, they're magic. Then they had a really cute, like, display of the, you know, the wings, the paper bird wings he made. It's their life size, though, and so you could stand in front of it and take a picture. I don't know if I posted that, but my mom posted one of my brothers, so maybe I can share that somehow. Then you go through, and it's basically kind of the villain room. You got the Moon King on the left. You got the sisters right in front of you, which I think are cool. Then to the right, you got the Moon Beast, which, that fucking worm, caterpillar, centipede thing, I really like him. I think he's adorable. Don't fucking spoil the movie for me. But I think he's adorable. We'll see what happens. And then, on the right wall, the big thing is they have a huge scene of a house. Japanese house. And it's a fucking mess. And Beetle and Kubo are in it. I have a feeling it's not Kubo's house, because I think they live in a cave. But, they're in there, and I was like, Kubo, your room's a fucking mess. Clean that shit up. Damn. And then, next room, it's the giant leaf boat, and, Beetle shooting the arrow, and Kubo being like, yeah, and Monkey being like, I'm proud of y'all. So then, it's the room with the skeleton, because apparently that's a big deal. The Sword Unbreakable. It's the only clip I've watched of the movie. To the left, they got the mini skeleton, and it's got a mini beetle and a mini monkey in her hand, and I'm just like, oh my god, they're so small. And then across from that, you got the giant puppet, and it really is huge. It's fucking scary as hell. God. Anyway, and then, actually, that's it. Then you're done. Then you go right back to that little area where the tour started, and then you go out to the lobby, and then you buy shit because you fucking love Laika, right? Yeah, basically. So we went once, and then we came back and did it twice because I had to get 1,000 pictures, and like I said, I felt really annoying because I'm this uber Laika fan, and I'm standing there thinking, oh, I'm the biggest Laika fan here, none of you guys even know, and, like, of course, like, that's kind of a shitty thing to think, I guess, but, like, I was so excited. I'm just wearing all my Box Girl swag, and I was fucking pumped, and no one else seemed to care or even know. Some people, like, there was a lady in line asking the tour guide, like, oh, like, I've never seen, like, Paranorman, like, what are these movies? And the tour guide is like, well, Coraline and Paranorman are really scary ones, like, you might want to, and I was, like, sitting there, like, maybe it's just because I've watched them a lot, and I watch, like, real horror movies and stuff, too, so, like, to me, Coraline and Paranorman aren't, like, terrifying, but I guess to a lot of people, they are. But I just thought it was funny, like, oh, those ones are really scary, and I'm like, okay. But, I digress. That's just me. And then, like, people in general, there was a lot of people who were, like, you know, with the raising the hands for seeing the movies, a lot of people hadn't seen movies yet. And, you know, I don't think, like, that's bad. I think that gives you the opportunity to go fucking see it. And see it and love it and become a fan like me. Don't you wanna be evil like me? Don't you wanna be mean? Yep. Anyway, so, then I guess that's it. Oh! I met Kubo! I met the boy and his monkey and his beetle. Beetle came out first, and I didn't know where the characters were gonna be. I was like, oh, I guess they're not coming out. I have no idea. They just came out into the fucking lobby, and I was like, oh, fuck, he's right there! Beetle was first, and he's so funny and cute. They don't talk. They all smelled like fresh Febreze. Kubo was so fucking funny. He was sassy as hell. I was like, Kubo, I'm so excited to see you, and I can't wait to see your movie. I think it's gonna be really good. And I said, you're gonna beat that Moon Beast. And he goes like, and I was like, is this real life? I was like, what's up with all these sassy 11-year-old Laika kids? Jeez. And then he just starts doing like this whole like gangsta Kubo thing, and I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Your mom didn't die for this. So then, Monkey was walking around, and I had to fucking chase her down, and one of the tour guides had to be like, Monkey, she wants to see you, and Monkey was like, oh, and then Monkey was really nice, though, and she was picking fleas off of everyone and eating them, and it was cute. Yeah, and then I went outside, and there's like a gate around the theater, so, you know, it's like to contain the line, and I went out there, and Kubo was on the steps of the theater photobombing me. It was funny. And then every time I was walking away, I left, he waved to me, and I'd wave back, and I'm like, bye, I love you, I miss you, and he blew me a kiss. So, Kubo's kind of my son now. Bye, son, have a good day at school, defeat that Moon King, and don't die today. Eat your celery. Alright, that's basically it. And I am going back, I'm not sure when, but it will be next week, because that's when my schedule's open. Somehow my schedule's open. For once. Thank you for watching 30 minutes of me blabbing, because I love to blab. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna cut it now. I hope you all have a lovely day. Go watch a Laika movie. Go watch all of them. It only takes like 4 hours. Alright. Goodbye, everyone.